I get this about people who don't exist. Like my brain will just invent people and I'll be friends with them and then I wake up and start missing them. Whoa, me too. I've spent days missing somebody I literally made up in my dream. The love feels so real sometimes. Yes, 100%. As someone who remembers dreams frequently, even if I have a dream about people I talk to regularly, I feel weird about it all day or until I forget the dream. Or it just gives me a reason to overthink the relationship I have with them, whatever that may be. Yes, I do. I always thought I was the only one. Yes, it's not always romantic either. Sometimes it's just this really deep friendship I've formed with someone who I've never exchanged a word with IRL. Then I wake up, and it's just weird if I end up seeing them later, because I'm thinking of how well we got along in the dream even though we're basically complete strangers. I've never even paid this person any mind before I had the dream. I wonder why our brains do this to us, lol. Right. Not necessarily romantic or sexual at all. Yeah. Holy shit. When my kids were about 9/10 I had a dream, then got a weirdity about a cashier at Lidl. I made my husband go instead of me for like a year. Like I don't know. That was insane, weird, etc. I told my husband about it. He's all, PFFT everyone has crushes. I'm all, not me. Ew. I still dunno what happened there. Yes, 100%. Recently had a dream about a guy the first was really good friends with in high school. We haven't spoken since then. I'm 28. It was so vivid I couldn't stop thinking about him, and when I looked him up I discovered he was diagnosed with some type of cancer. I was so upset, pensive face. Oh, no, frowning face. Yep. Still dream about the maintenance man at my old job. Haven't worked there in 3 years. For me it's the sound of one of my cats puking somewhere in the house. Can relate. It's usually our old girl. I usually try to figure out what they were an analog for. Sometimes, one person I know is actually representing another person I know. Brain is weird. You really just described how my day went like a week ago. Very much me. I look at them when I've ignored them for the past 5 months of the school year and I'm suddenly like, OMG, you exist? And I want to be around them. I've literally never noticed them for 5 months. Or you run into them shortly after. I miss the people I've only met in my dreams crying. I don't dream anymore. I rarely do either, friend. I have worked remotely at my job for 1 year now and had a wet dream about a coworker a few days ago. I woke up and had a hard time getting him out of my mind and was hoping he had the same dream, haha. I have physically, virtually seen him like 5 times. But hear his sexy voice weekly. Didya tell him? Ha, ha. This actually happened to me this morning. I had a dream about somebody I used to really like, but don't talk to often any longer because they've been in a long-term relationship for a while now. So having such an intimate dream about them was just kind of weird for me today and I've been thinking about them all day. Yes. Last night. Thought I was the only one. Yeah, this has happened to me a couple of times with members of a band and it's always one of the members that's not the one I like. Also it happened with an actor or more like a character from a show that I really did not like, which was weird. Haha, Sami. Exes haunt dreams for everyone. In my dreams, I always get along with the exes I hated IRL, and vice versa. WTF is that? I dream about people but I know it's just my brain processing nonsense and generating random shit during REM sleep or whatever. I had a dream that I was in a relationship with a neighbor. I knew them in high school but it's just my brain regurgitating stuff, you know? Yes. John Cena. He kissed me tenderly on the lips on a speedboat. Like, the lightest, slowest peck. I hadn't even watched anything of his in over a month. If you haven't seen Peacemaker, watch it. Weird boner, not Bond. Boner forever. I'll just thumb up to say, yes, I do cause tears of joy, but don't worry. It's probably just pieces of memories and thoughts put together strangely. Like you watched a romantic movie and a few days ago you thought about that maths teacher you had and voila. No worry. And yeah, I vibe. That's usually what prompts dreams. Some weird little cut-off thought from earlier in the day in the back of your mind, that manifests in a dream. For sure. Yes, and it's so awkward because you feel an unnatural kinship with them but nobody wants to hear you were dreaming about them lol.